What's up, guys? We're gonna 𝗨𝗏𝗘𝗙𝗙. Today I'm showing you guys how to make some non-melodic trap beats. With that being said, let's go ahead and hop into the video. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start our melody. So this is the sound we have here. It's kind of like a organ, piano, and then we have 152 for the BPM. Anywhere around there is fine. I usually don't go higher than 155 for stuff like this. So scale, we'll use a minor. Let's do a C minor. It should be like the easiest one to follow. Let's go in here. So the only two chords that you need is a suspended second and a minor. And you can go to stamps in FL if you don't know how to make them from scratch, but making them from scratch will just look like this. Okay, so let's make this easy. And we're just gonna use this pattern. Actually, I wanna go here, up here. And we could just do something like this. Because we want a lot of energy, so we wanna like keep it going. If you want lower energy, you just pull it out, right? Usually like sad stuff, right? And then we just want to make a melody. Now this is the hard part because you're limited on the notes that you're using, right? So I say usually start simple. So what I would do is maybe pull this up and kind of melt this one into, maybe we could try this, right? Something that simple could just make an easy beat for you, right? And it won't sound like perfect. Oops. It won't sound perfect, but once you put the effects and you like, you know, EQ and stuff, it'll sound really nice. Right, and you can add variation if you want, but I want this to be very simple. That's the melody or the main melody. So let's go ahead and move on to our counters. Now for our counter sound, I have a flute here. Okay. So an easy way we can go about this is we could just take these middle notes and we can just pull them over to our flute and just kind of remember these notes. Okay. So usually like right here or right here, you can start your counter melody. All right, it's kind of up to you. And I'm gonna just do something basic like this. And then just try to make something interesting, but not annoying to listen to over and over again. And I think that's perfectly fine. So I'm gonna leave it there. You can do more if you need to. And we're gonna move on to our last sound. Next up, we have a synth or like a lead. Okay. Now I'm thinking about it. We really don't need this. So I'm gonna copy this down here. And I'm gonna just like adjust if I need. And this kind of starts slow. I'm gonna turn these up. And usually with these leads, unless you're doing like, you know, like some synthy or virtual stuff, you don't want to do too much because it'll start to get, you know, too crowded. I think I'm gonna keep this and maybe like add some reverb on it so it's like adds a little bit more depth to the melody. I'm gonna pull this back a bit. So I think that's good. So we're done with the melody. Now what I want to do is just throw some effects on just to kind of make this sound a little bit better. Yeah, I think it can use some effects. All right, so let's go over some effects real quick. So first for our like piano or organ here, I'll just play it bare bones, and then I added halftime. So now we can have two different parts. And then what I did after that is just EQ'd it. And I love doing these type of EQs. You can really control like how much of the sound is coming out. And then just evolve the room to kind of put it in space. You can do this with any reverb. I just like using these because they're low CPU. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And you can see EQs and stuff. So for the flute, just kind of pan this. I'll turn it on and show you the before and after. And then this is with another EQ. I just adjusted it and then the Valhalla room. Kind of the same setup. All right, and then over here, we have a portal preset, pitch eclipse. This is in the Mako bank here. This just kind of gave us weird, dusty, like vintage sounds. So I like that. I'll turn them off and then turn it on. And I did a massive, and I just turned it up to 52%. Okay, and try to get that back down. All right, that's pretty much the melody. All right, so now we can go ahead and drop down the drums. Now we're gonna do our low end, and then we'll get to our drums. So when you have a melody like this, it's fairly simple. You have these effects on. It's really easy to do the drums. So we're just gonna take this. So just gonna use C, and then we're gonna kind of use the notes we already have to kind of guide us for the bass line. So I'm gonna turn it up, of course. Shift D. And why does it keep doing that? Let's pull this in. And the reason I'm just throwing these up, just to make it a unique bass line, like this memorable, right? Because this isn't very memorable. It's fine, but it's not like, you know, it's not like unique in any way. Like you can hum this bass pattern, right? So let's pull these down. And then Alt K for our kick, and I like to double my kick up just to add a little bit more punch if I need it for a certain part of the song. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is go ahead and take care of our drums. All right, so let's go ahead and quickly throw down some drums. So I'm just start with our little rims and stuff. We can just right click this here. I like to layer a lot of my like kick or not kicks, but my snares and claps nowadays. So just making it real smooth. Let's see, and we can right click this, go in here, and we can make a little nice pattern with this. Make it further out. So usually kind of do something like this. You probably can't even see this. Let me make this a little bit larger. So I'm making it have bounce by pulling the velocity of the second one down, and then we can just kind of copy. Right, you see how it has bounce now, and then I will copy it over like this, and then make every note on each bar a little higher, and that's how we create a little bit more bounce. And then I don't know, we could I wonder, could we try something like this and just I kind of like that. So let's copy this over, and then I'm gonna just leave this blank like that. And then what I'm gonna do is go to pan and take these, and then for just kind of pan them a bit. Okay, just adding something dynamic to the hi-hats, right? So that is pretty much the beat. All right, so now we can kind of play everything all together, and I'll just kind of turn on and off some of the effects. right, and that's gonna be it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.